Hello everybody and welcome back to some Sky Adventures. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. Last episode we worked on channels, we worked on our importing and exporting, and we worked on the beginnings of our ore processing. Now you'll notice none of these are working. That is because we've run through everything that we had. I have gone around and collected all the chests that we had, and everything's in here. Then anything else I've just randomly had in my inventory as we go along, I have put in here. Also, so I've got everything going on here. We've got all the different ores running through here. Basically we're just waiting on, my question is why isn't we getting anything? I've not seen a ore pass through here in a minute. That's alright. I'm not necessarily worried about it right this minute. We're going to be upgrading those here pretty soon anyways. So, but I have done a few things. A, done all those. B, our sag mill that we had, I have upgraded it to the enhanced sag mill just to make it faster. This is doing dimensional shards and certus quartz is what it is doing. I am starting to get worried about our chest. There should be something. I mean, there's got to be something coming through there. Nothing's coming through there because it is not working. What have I done? I know what I've done. I know exactly what I've done. This is going to be that's the issue. That's going to be a pain to deal with, but that's alright. Actually, no, it's not. Well, let's try something right quick while we're let's get a piece of chisel. Let's get a piece of glass. I'm wondering if that'll work through that, just to make that look okay. We need, yeah, that. Really? Well, okay. We'll just have to leave that alone. Anyways, on to today's venture. Today we're going to finish up at least what we have going on with Applied Energistics for now. We're going to set up auto crafting, but we're not going to probably use it. We're going to get our wireless terminal stuff set up so I don't have to keep coming back here to do this. So that's what we've got left as far as quest goes. ME interface, molecular symbol, security terminal will get us into the wireless stuff. So first thing we need to do is I need to learn how to spell. We need to make a pattern terminal, which is a crafting terminal with an engineering processor. I didn't EMC that. We learned it. We've got it. Let's put this back on here so we can see. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you. I took our loot bag storage that I had over in the mob farm. Let's get rid of this rain. and brought it over here. I've got another one hooked up over there. But this thing I've got set to just doing common loot bags, and it is spitting everything out in here, giving us EMC. Whatever doesn't have EMC is just going into our system. Also, before we get too far yet, we've got another quest. I've been doing some other stuff here. I have changed our bees out to where we've got commons in both of these. Our honey's still taking forever. But we do have our ethanol done. I don't remember if we've turned this quest in yet or not. So, but that quest is done. We have now turned in all of these but the UU matter. Awesome. And our UU matter is still UU mattering. We're almost we're a third of the way there, basically. Also, our power flower, this thing is working pretty well. We've got 10 red matter blocks in there. So yeah, what else have I done? I've connected this up. I was going to hook this up to the system, but it just seemed like more of a pain than what it was because of how much stuff actually comes through this that's EMCable and not. So I've got it just running into here, and we'll come and collect it as we need to. Boom, more EMC. Now, as far as all this stuff goes, we have collected in, it's been maybe 3 hours, 2 hours since I've done the last video. And we have, why is this not number of items? We're up to 60 red matter. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and put that in there. Beautiful. Alright, now back to what we were doing. So we need our pattern terminal, which is that and that. Pattern terminal. We can just put this right beside that. This will allow us to make patterns for auto crafting. The other thing that we need is a ME interface terminal, which we need to make the ME interface, which is not hard to do. So we need some glass, some annihilation cores, formation cores, and we should have some iron in here. And there we go. We'll just throw those in there. I've been using those quite often. Let's go ahead and learn these. We're going to need a handful of them in a minute anyways. And that is also one of our quests complete. So the ME interface is used for, whoop, why does it, oh, that aggravates me. I hate that stuff just pops up in the background and just completely shuts your game down. So ME interface is used to talk to chests, machines, different stuff. We're not going to be using them too much today. We're going to be setting up everything that we need. But yeah, wait. That's the pattern terminal. We need the interface terminals, what we were trying to get at. So we need an engineering processor and a panel. Engineering processor. So that should take care of all three of these. ME interface terminal. Let's learn that. And right now it is not going to see anything because we have yet to set it up. So our next bit of business is going to be to make the molecular assemblers. This is what actually does the crafting. What are we missing? quartz glass, and a crafting table. So there is our molecular assembler made. We can learn those, and we can do that. We're going to need some cables. Alright, so there is 2 of the components we need for auto crafting. We need to turn that in. Next thing that we're going to make is the crafting monitor. Crafting monitor, it's not something that you really need, but it shows you what is crafting, just a picture of what is crafting. So we need some cable. We've got iron. We need calculation and logic. Alright, there's everything for that. Now to make the storage monitor, we need a panel and a ME level emitter, which is a calculation processor, and a redstone torch. Redstone torch. Those. Panel. Alright, I think that is everything that we need. Level emitter. Oh, no, we just made the level emitter. So there is the storage monitor, and there is not. There's a crafting unit. Let's learn both of these. So we're going to need more of those. And there is our crafting monitor. Now this is not something that I use. It's more or less just a fancy thing to have around. Like I said, I don't use them. So there is that made. So next up, in far as what we need for our auto crafting, we need to make these crafting co-processing units, which is the crafting unit and engineering processors. Easy enough. So let's get one of those and one of these. There is that made. We're going to need I think it's 9 that I use. So basically the way this is kind of what controls your speed and how big of a recipe that you can auto craft. If we went with just one of these crafting co-processing unit and 1K storage, crafting storage, basically we'd be able to craft like a crafting table or something like that. When you get into the very large recipes where you've got to start making, you know, to get down the rabbit holes and have all that stuff set up, you need to do the 64K crafting storage. Now, with us having 64K stuff already made, that is what we are going with. That's not what I wanted. So basically you just need to put these two together, and that gives you your 64K. And we can learn those, and we need, well, let's just go ahead and grab a stack. I'm not going to need that many, but that is what we're going to use. So that is a quest complete, and that just give us a $100 bill. So now to set this stuff up, this is how I do it. There's several different ways that you can do it. But as far as large crafting goes, I do a 3x3 of the crafting processors, and then I will put in those. And you can tell that they are available for working because you can see that they just changed. And that's usually the setup that I go with. It's 9 processing units, and then what is that? 9, 18, 27 of the for the crafting storage. You can set up multiple of these along your line. This should be more than sufficient for what we are going to need. In this playthrough. So let's go ahead and connect this and see how many channels we have that it uses. So that just used 1 channel. So you could set up 32 of these off of 1 set of this. That's going to be more than what we're going to need, like I said. So our next bit of business is going to be to set up our molecular assemblers and our ME interfaces. So the way I do this is, let's do a hole there. Basically, you need, let's put torches down for the moment. The molecular assemblers will talk to the ME interfaces. You can have the you can interchange them like so, to where, you know, basically as long as the molecular assembler is touching the interface, it will talk to it. And the more interfaces you have or more molecular assemblers that you have touching the interface, allows for it to craft more. So if you've got 4 different patterns inside of this interface and only 1 molecular assembler, it's going to just wait to do all the different ones, each process in 1 molecular assembler. But with us having them on different sides, it will go to each one of them as it's available. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I forget exactly how big we can make this. I think that's about usually what I do. Let's see here. Let's run some cable here. And let's see how many channels we get. That's 12 channels. So we can actually go at least 1 more for now. And now we're running, it says 12. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I should be running 15, 16, 17, 18. It should be more than that. Maybe. Let's do that. Now how many channels has it got? Yeah, 16. And then we can just do one more on top here just to make it all nice and pretty and even. It wasn't what I needed. I needed a molecular assembler there. And that's stuck. It's not stuck no more. And that should be, there we go. We got 20 of 32 channels. Now you can add acceleration cards in these, not in these, inside of the molecular assemblers, and it will speed up any of your crafting processes. And then you can, as you make your patterns, let's make some patterns here right quick. Blank patterns. Blank patterns, glowstone, quartz glass, iron, and Certus quartz. Do we have all that stuff in here? No. 1, 2, 3. I can't remember how much it was. There we go. Blank pattern. Let's make 64 of them. And what do we have in here that we can craft real easy? Probably not much of anything. We've got iron. Let's make a pattern for a bucket. How about that? So we can put these right here. Let's get iron out. So we want iron, iron, and iron. That gives us a pattern for a bucket. And then you can go over here to your interface terminal. It now has all the molecular assemblers over there listed. We can just put it in there. And now we can go up here and click on craftable. And we can craft us a bucket. There we go. And that's basically how it works. At least as far as item crafting. We'll get into the processing and stuff like that a bit later. I'm not necessarily worried about that today. So that is a lot of, that should get a lot of your item crafting taken care of. It's a rather large system there. So that's got, we did claim that. So let's put all this stuff back up. We are done with that for the moment. Let's get our wallet out. Let's put our $100 bill away. And our last little bit. We want to make our security terminal. Security terminal is going to make it so we can use our wireless terminal. Got a lot of crafting to do with this. We need 16K, which means I've got to make some drives because I've not made those. We need a ME terminal, glass, cable. How much of this stuff do I have in here? Everything but the terminal. I should have the terminal in here. So there is our chest. We need 16K storage. And I don't think I've got those learned. No. Well, it'd help if I could spell 16. Alright, so we need logic. Those have EMC? Wow, they do. I shouldn't have made all those. We're going to need some calculation processors. What am I missing? Redstone. And we might as well go ahead and get some glowstone while we're at it. So there is our 4K. And there is our 16K. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, we didn't have to worry about learning all that stuff before because we'd already had all that made. So what are we missing now? We need an engineering processor. And there is our security terminal. Let's go ahead and claim that. So this we're just going to place anywhere on here. It doesn't really matter. So next up we need to make our wireless access point and stuff like that. So we need access point, which is, we've not made that yet. So we need dust and okay. We need 4 of these, 4 of these, and an ender pearl. Well, it used those instead, and I don't like that it used those, but oh well. We're going to need a few of those. We need quartz fiber and iron. Let's make. Well, these have all this stuff has EMCs, so we are fine. And we need the calculation processor. There is that. This is what will allow us to talk to our system. This by itself has a range of 16 blocks. Now, Applied Energistics has its own wireless crafting terminal. Or it's not a wireless crafting terminal, wireless terminal. I thought it did. There it is. Yeah. This is fairly basic to make. We need a dense energy cell, which is a regular energy cell, and then the receiver and the ME terminal. And then you can add booster cards to this, and the booster cards are right here. It's ender dust, fluix dust, Certus quartz, and iron. And basically, as you add them, it will make it to where it will extend its range. We're not going to need any of that because we are going to buy this right here. So I need $7,500. We'll just grab both of that out right now, and there we go. Put that up. So this does not use power. You can make the wireless crafting turbo. It's a mod by itself. With this, you can use infinity booster cards. Matter of fact, we've got some of those in here somewhere. I've gotten a couple. Aha! Right here. This added to a normal wireless crafting terminal allows you to use the crafting terminal anywhere in the world. We may actually have to use that with this. I'm not sure. So, but you can take this, put it up here, and it should now talk to it. Let's see here. I'm going to guess because this is creative, it's going to work anywhere anyways. Yeah, so now we've got access to our crafting table. We've got access to all of our stuff without having to run down there every time we turn around. So, there we go. So we've only got one more. Well, we've got actually two more. We've got to make these singularities. That's something we'll work on later. Cell Workbench is the last of these quests, and this video is getting rather long. This is fairly easy to make. We need wool, calculation, iron, and a chest. And there we go. That should be all of that. And boom, there we go. There's that quest complete. So the only other thing we have to do is to make the singularity. And if we look at that, we don't even have to make the quantum entangled singularity. We just got to make that. And that takes 256,000 items. And we don't have anything close to that yet. So I'm not ready to do that until we can get something set up, like cobblestone generator or something like that. So we're going to leave that quest there for now. But with that, that is it. That should at least get you started with your crafting and stuff like that. As we go along here, we'll be using the interfaces and figuring out how to hook all that stuff up to machines and stuff like that. So, but for now, that's all I got. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.